Welcome back to Game Day Final. We are now joined by the victorious coach, Charlie Strong. Coach, first of all, by the way, congratulations on career win number 50. When you look,
is that right?
It is. The Big 5-0. You said moments ago during the press conference that you were really concerned how your team would handle success. Why?
Well, you have a young team, and then you have a big victory last week against Notre Dame. So we had a short week. So when we played Sunday, so I gave them Monday off, and then so Tuesday I had to still show them the Notre Dame tape and then try to prep for this game. So it was just hard. So you always felt like you were just a day behind. And then when you have a young team, you just don't know. They've been told on campus, they probably read about it, they heard about just how good they are. So now where did the leadership come from? So that Thursday, I had a meeting with our seniors. I said, hey, we got to reel these guys in so that their mind, it's all about getting our focus and making sure that we can be consistent.
Did you feel like that number 11 ranking in the AP poll was good or bad for the team?
Well, I said to them, I said, we're number 11, we're not going to apologize for it, but we can always build on it, and just making sure that we ourselves didn't make such a big deal about it. Listen, each and every week, let's go game by game and let's take care of business.
You finished the homestand 2-0, get ready to hit the road. When you look at this game, what's your biggest takeaway?
Well, I just like that we play so many players. And if you look at the number of players, look at our offensive line. You know, we were beat up, but then you look at a Rodriguez at tackle. Hodges was from last week. And then you look at Shaq started off at center. Then McMillan comes in. Alex Anderson plays the guard position for us. But we had, Babahi was a staple for us. But we were able to just play so many players. And the only thing we're going to do with that is just continue to build. So now even if a guy goes down, you have so much competition at position that you feel good someone else replacing him.
Shane Buechele certainly doesn't look like a true freshman after 2 games. What's the best way you would describe him to somebody who hadn't seen him play? Because we've all seen him take over. He looks like a veteran. Sterling Gilbert just said, slow down, it's only been 2 games. Right. How would you best describe Buechele so far?
You know, he's so patient. But I say this to Buechele, I look at the weapons around him too now. He has a lot around him. And so, not to take anything away from him, but if you look at the running back position, you think about it. When you play against us, either if you load the box, we're going to throw the ball over your head. And then if you back off of us, we're going to turn around and hand the ball either 25 or 33. But you can win outside at wide receiver, and you're effective enough where you're physical enough to win and to run the football.
Biggest concern on defense, the run defense. How did you feel they performed tonight?
Well, we gave up the big run there in the second quarter, but if we don't give up that big run, we're going to be pretty effective because I told them, I said, we just can't allow the big runs, the chunk runs, and we just got to make sure that we get them the third down and see if they can convert.
Coach, how do you manage to keep the guys humble? They haven't had success like this thus far. A great question we talked about before the show I had. How do you keep these guys level-headed?
Well, I put it on our coaches, and then I put it on our seniors, and I tell our coaches all the time, I said, some of you may have not been in this position, but they're going to go off of how we lead, and they're going to go out how we go out and prepare for practice. I said, we go out to practice and just kind of just go through the motion. They're going to go through the motion, so don't be upset. But if you're out there just grinding them and just making sure that they are effective and they focus in, and I always say to them, guys, listen, they have a job to do. Just make sure they do their job. We have a job to do. Let's make sure we do our job. But it's going to be fun to watch this young team because the senior class, you look at that class and it's guys that want to win. So, like Perk is doing a great job of lead. My man Petey, look how Petey's playing right now. I mean, it's amazing to watch Petey go out there and perform the way he's performing.
Coach, there was a point, I think it was right after the 3-and-out, after the block punt, where I saw you walk up to Coach Gilbert and say something to him. Do you remember what you said to him?
Oh, well, when we blocked that punt, I said to him, the play before we should have blocked it. Yeah. You remember the first time, like, Brandon comes clean, and he kind of just runs by the punter, and he's like, Coach, I don't know. I was just so open, I didn't know what to do. Then, so when he came back, and I said to him, I said to Coach Gilbert, then I said to him, I said, well, we should have blocked it first. Now let's go take it in there and go score with this ball and quit messing around with these guys.
Yeah.
With so much talent on this roster, how will you make sure that the competition doesn't have guys envious of each other? We obviously, Swoops and Buechele, those 2 guys get along. Right. There's a lot of competition at receiver. How are you making the chemistry so strong on this team?
It's, you know what it is? These guys have so much respect for one another now, and they're not selfish where you have guys that were highly recruited, but now they're coming in and they realize, okay, they can play, but there's someone else is just outplaying me right now, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I said it started with us, is that when you take that freshman group, it has made our older guys better, because it's almost like they don't want the freshmen to be better than them. So now you see them kind of stepping up, and which has been fun, because now you get the competition and the way it's happening. Because I look at last week, we only played 7 or 8 freshmen, and we played all the older guys. And then even this week, we played a lot more freshmen, because we had an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, and knowing that you got a tough Cal game coming up, how do you get the guys prepared, staying focused on getting prepared? And one of the biggest things is just staying calm, doing the day, things like that. What you going to do to talk to the guys about that?
The Cal game we're on the road, so we have to pack our defense, and we have to play well on defense. And it's also, we're going to have to play together. And it's going to be a time, and I'm going to say to them, guys, it's going to be a time where they're going to get it going. So we're going to get hit in the mouth, but how we're going to respond. And I said that, probably the game that helped us more was last week. Because you think about it, how we were up 17, we go down 4, then we send an extra point, get blocked, and then we had to go into overtime. So now they've been in a battle before, which is so great. They've been in a battle, so now they should be able to handle it. And now we're on the road, and I always tell them, hey, their fans can't come on the field, so just calm down. It's us on the field against them. And it's going to be a great game for us, but it's going to be a big challenge also.
Last question, Coach. How have you and the team handled all the media attention the past week?
Well, I've told them, I said, look, the same people that ranked us are probably waiting for us to fall too. So let's not get caught up in all the hype, and let's just make sure that we stay together here as a football team and don't buy into it. Just don't believe the hype, guys. We're only going to go as far as we wanted to go, and we control our own destiny. It's all about us, and it's about the work that we put into it.
You got to stay away from that media, Coach. Those talking heads. It's just all hype, right?
It's all hype now. It's all hype.
The cheese is dangling, Coach.
It's all hype. It's hype.
Best of luck on the road trip, Coach. We'll see you out there.
All right.